The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
The exclusive franchisee of Cochin Kala Bhavan in Bahrain. With over a decade of existence in Bahrain, exclusive online regular classes have started for classical dances, music vocal, instrumental music, cinematic dance, Kathak, Zumba body fitness, karate and yoga, drawing, arts and craft, children's theatre. For more information, please call 3909 6845 3909 4806 3885 2397 or visit www.bahrainmediacity.com.
A passionate cinema lover who rekindled his dream after dedicating over 4 decades to committed priorities. One who is now happily devoting retirement days to his cherished desire. Yusuf Hassan Falad, Bahrain Cinema Club Deputy Chairman. The cinephile who enjoys the making and technical details of a movie, a visionary with ambitious plans for the common man's entertainment sector in Bahrain. Mr. Falad has been a member of the Bahrain Cinema Club since its early years of establishment in 1980. The non-profit cultural institution operating under the umbrella of Bahrain Authority for Culture and Antiquities aims at spreading film culture awareness and stimulating the local film movement. Mr. Falad held many lead positions at the club's board, mostly as chairman. He was at the helm of various cinema festivals and events at the club, including the Tunisian Film Festival in March 1986, the Film Week of the Egyptian film director Shadi Abdel Salam in 1987, the Egyptian New Cinema Festival in October 1993, and the International Arab Cinema Festival in March 2000. He is also a writer in the quarterly cinematic papers Avrag Cinema, issued by Bahrain Cinema Club since March 1981. His upcoming commitment is the Bahrain Film Festival 2022, scheduled for October. The acclimatologist and head of Civil Aviation Authority Training Center, Mr. Falad retired in December 2015. The father to two and a grandfather, he resides with his wife in Sar. Joining us tonight on Success Statements, a show which features people who make a difference from BMC Global Life, it is Bahrain Cinema Club Deputy Chairman Yusuf Fulad. Cinema, as Orson Welles said, one without borders, a ribbon of dreams. To tell us more on the contributions of the Bahrain Cinema Club in rolling out this magic reel to us, we have with us tonight its Deputy Chairman, Yusuf Fulad, on Success Statements from BMC Global Life. Good evening, Mr. Fulad. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, Rajay. Thank you for having me.
Thank you indeed. It's a pleasure and honor to have you, a person like you, on the show. And let me begin with this question. You have been, maybe many people out there, the youngsters do not know, you've been an active government official under the Ministry of Transportation. And then over the years, now you have your full-time job in Bahrain Cinema Club. Tell us about this story in a nutshell.
Thank you very much. It's like any other field to start with in Bahrain. Back in 1973, I was just coming out of school, secondary school. It was my dream to go and study filmmaking.
Oh, okay. So you had that right from there?
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
okay.
much there. And that's why I was so fortunate to have my family who were interested in cinema, like cinema goers. I remember my mother, each Monday, there is ladies of all cinemas used to show Hindi movies.
Okay.
And so I always surprised with this big screen, all those drama going around, ladies was so emotional. And by that time, cinema, it's as always, Bahrain, when I say cinema by that time, it's not as an industry, but as film screening. We used to have Bahrain, like Cinema al-Bahrain, Bahrain Cinema,
Okay.
where you specialize in Arabic movies. You go to Zubara, there's Indian movies. You go to Zayani, there is old traditional classic movies, Arabic movies. And Nasr, where particularly for
Al Nasr in Manama.
yeah, which is next to Alhambra.
Alhambra, okay.
Yeah, where the most, we were so fortunate to have it because those films coming out from Hollywood by that time, even the British cinema was there, the Italian film was there, and of course the dominating of American films. So all this give me, I just, because, and apart from my family, there's even my friends at the school. They were so interested. We were discussing films, movies. So we've been reading, because by that time, nothing, you have to wait. You have to look at the films coming soon. We wait for a few weeks, sometimes months, till we see it on the screen. So that give us all this emotion. Some people taking that as serious to go filmmaking. Myself, I was so serious to go, no matter how. And I got, by that time, mainly like Moscow, USSR by that time, was a good place to start, cheaper, or maybe you get free education there in cinema making. So I was so ready to go. And I told my parents and so they said, but what happened, I graduated from high school and I said, let me make money and so I'll get a job. So there was, by chance, I was in an interview for a job. I don't know what's it all about. And the interviewer was a gentleman, a British gentleman. He gave me questions. He tested my English, some geography. I said, what's the job for? He said, you don't know what's the job? I said, no, just I want that job. He said, it's to do with weather. Okay. I went home. And a few days, the letter came, said, congratulations,
You're okay.
here to join. I talked to my mom and dad, and they said, give it a try. So I said, let me work, say 3 months,
Okay.
to make some money and expenses. Those 3 months became 42 years.
2 years, yes, I was about to say that.
Because everything, while you're working, things around you change, being the eldest in the family. And I look at my brothers, they just about to graduate.
Yeah,
I
priorities in life.
I
yeah,
look at
makes
my
you
father, is getting old.
old,
and,
yeah.
so everybody looking at you, are you still with your dream? I said, okay. But saying this, I was so fortunate to be in this business or this professional job. So I saw in meteorology, that takes a long time to get you from one stage to another. So in 73 to 75 or so, I was what they call assistant. By that time, you do everything. When I
You
say
get trained on
everything,
the, yeah.
there was a logbook where you register the weather, the visibility, as we call it. And by the way, the weather office or Met Office, we call it as
The Met Office, yeah.
as a short, was as a service to the airport.
Yeah.
So it's for aviation purpose. So being to the aviation purpose, so you have to do every half an hour weather. There's something called QNH that's very essential for airlines or aviation, for the pilots to know where's the airport, where's the airdrome and so on, how distance and visibility as well, the cloud. So every half an hour you go down and you read the temperature and you come back, whether it's hot, whether it's cold, you have to do it. When I say fortunate, because we've been trained later. We've been sent to, I'm one of them, to Met Office, UK Met Office. So every once and then we've been sent over there to college, Met Office College, and Reading. So we used to do this on professional side. So you don't get from a stage to another unless you do this and you sit a test and so on. So from an assistant to supervisor, and the biggest step was to becoming a forecaster.
Okay.
Forecasting, that means it takes you from doing this job, and by that time everything was manual.
Yeah, yes.
So we got you all this information. So the assistant fills the information which we gather from all those stations, observations. What's the visibility, what's the wind direction, what's the speed? It goes all in a big chart, covers east up to just over UK.
Okay.
Because this is where the route for, and again, as I said, for the aviation purpose.
Yeah.
So the assistant prepared this, forecaster, then he puts all those isobars, where's high, where's low, any fronts moving.
The analysis.
Analysis, and as I said, this is all done manually. So that's why I say it takes a long, long time to practice.
Move up and yeah.
And at the same time to be trained. But we managed it, and even the satellite which you see here, we used to wait 12 hours for each pass, you know, over our area.
Okay.
And it was in a black and white. Nothing this fancy which we can see now on your mobile, what's going on.
Yeah.
But I was, you know, with this struggling, working hard, we managed to do a good, I'm so proud to be one of my team in Bahrain Met Office. And then after becoming a senior forecaster, there was time I shifted to the climate.
Okay.
Because that part was, you have to work shift. the whole my life. When I came to the climate, that's a normal hours.
Yeah, office
And
hours.
yeah, and I was fascinated with the beginning of statistics. I like to play with the numbers, to do research. So I stayed there for a while. Then training center, civil aviation training center.
Training center.
Yeah, I was part of it. Then I became head of Bahrain, Civil Aviation Training Center. This is all in Muharraq. That gave me good to understand lots of jobs going on around the airport. And we've been organized training, seminars through that training center. And by 2015, it was time, as I approached 61 or so, I said, okay, guys, thank you very much. And, but that baby of filmmaking is still there.
The dream, yes.
Yeah. I don't. Shall I go into that? How I?
Yeah, I think we can come into it. But then the journey at the government level is beautiful, and of course, it's happy to see that you have taken up your dream after the commitments, and of course, you found your interest as well in climate and
exactly
weather. Yeah.
As I said, it's one of the things which I'm fortunate to have this job. If you sit next to a forecaster. He knows what's coming. That's good. That's very good.
Okay.
He's looking ahead. That gives you a bit of, you got to have it, that you know what's coming up, because it's not your environment, it's something there coming up, and the causing of it, why it happens. The climate goes in back to give. Even that helps forecasting, but to give numbers, figures, which you're going to depend. Say you're going to make a building of 25 or 30 stories, and you're going to put glasses around it. You want to know what's the temperature goes in this area. So he goes back to the climate record, which we keep it. That gives him a better idea, especially for the engineers, what's this part of area, how's the temperature fluctuates, so what sort of air condition they need. Cars, for instance, I remember when I was there, even Mercedes-Benz, big companies used to get our information because they want a proper air condition for their cars when they sell it to this part of the world. So lots of fields been benefiting from our numbers.
Okay, that was nice, a story of the weatherman out there. Now, you said the dream still got you back, and perhaps the answer was Bahrain Cinema Club. Tell us, how did you reach there, and your role, current role, and your engagements, please.
Back in 1980, we hear that there is, or let me tell you the story of Bahrain Cinema Club, where it started. A group of 15, 17 students, ex-college students, which they were either in Egypt, Cairo, Baghdad, Beirut, America. They came back with the idea, because while they were there, they've been experienced to something called Film Society, Film Club, and it was a good idea that why we don't do it here. So they joined, and they announced and established Bahrain Cinema Club in 1980. I joined 1981. So I wasn't the founder. Those were the guys who'd done it. By that time, there was no premises, nothing, just a group. We've been using other clubs, meeting rooms, halls, to do our film show, which was weekly, sometimes monthly, depends. The sources by that time, remember 80, 81, it runs on what they call real films, which we get at 30, 35 from, or 16 milli, sorry, from basically embassies, like the French, the British, then the American. So there's a certain films goes around in the area, in the Gulf area, with Arabic subtitles. So we've been on their list. Whenever they they receive a film, they contact us. If you like, you can show this. So there was a good chance to show those films on the big screen, but in the halls like societies, women's societies. But we need a hall, like what you're having here. That introduced us to our audience, that there is a club, and so that's what, and there was a discussion, and there was a paperwork. We write about the movies. By that time, people used to stay after film and discuss a film, say 2 hours, 3 hours, 2.5 hours. People stay for half an hour or so to discuss it. Then with the time, we found that we need a place for us. But we have to prove or prove to the other that we are serious in our. So there was a couple of festivals we done, hosting like Shadi Abdel Salam. He's an Egyptian film director. We asked for his films, some of his work, and we shown it in Andalus Cinema. It used to be Andalus in Isa Town. That was always around 86, 87. And then we hosted the new Egyptian film, because there's a new, when you say new, there is a new wave coming by that time, late 80s, to the traditional Egypt cinema. So we hosted both the directors, movie stars, so it was a big thing. By that time, we were under the Ministry of Information.
Information, yeah, okay.
That made us, or make them, so proud that we managed to do such thing. And this is thanks for the support we received from them, and especially having somebody on board like Mr. Bassam al-Dawadi.
At that time, yeah.
Yeah. Because he's working at the Ministry of Information as a director, a film director. So he came the idea, he got us supporting him, so that give us or give them more of, okay, those guys needs more support. Let's get them find a place, a premises. And there was a good place. What wasn't fair was just some other agencies leaving. So by that time, the minister gave us the chance to go and check if it's suitable for our activities, which was.
Okay.
We said, we'll do it. It was rooms, knocked some walls here and there, and made it ready for our activities. So it was good chance. That was just late 80s.
80s.
Yeah. And since then, we've been functioning in this Bahrain Cinema Club, doing more festivals. The show was going on each Wednesday of the week. Discussion. And what helped us was going from that 60 milli. The technology was booming as well. So there was the VHS came. We had a proper projector. Then even there is a laser disc. We use that too. DVD, we use that too. And so since then, now even we have the satellites and live booming. At the end of the day, we kept with the technology.
Yeah.
And thanks God that we have at least our promises. And if you like, I will say about our coming future, we are heading towards Bahrain Film Festival, which will be in October. And this will be mainly, we'll start with the short films, mainly for Arabic movies with the subtitles. And as what we've seen, because we are now getting older and we need a new blood to come. So we are lucky to have on board youngsters which are so keen to work with us and take over. So we'll start with the short films.
Short movies, short films.
Yeah, and the competition there, or say the festival, will be sometime in October. Looking, so far we got over 250 films.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. From across the GCC or from Bahrain?
No, from Arab world.
From the Arab world. Okay.
Yeah, 250 plus.
Arabic.
And still every day we get more. And so soon there will be a committee to check those films, and by sometime in September there will be a jury, jury to give their look into the films. And by October, inshallah, we're gonna have the full show for the audience. But saying this, we still that's going into festival, that's costly. So we're working on
sponsorships.
Still, there's we're lucky that there is some companies, establishment, they are interesting in the idea. So by end of this month, we'll finalize.
Yeah. The Cinema Club is currently under BACA, right? The Bahrain Authority for Culture and Antiquities.
It is, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how is the membership in the society? How can one be a member in the club?
It's just the fees. We welcome everybody. Interesting. It's a fees around 15 to 20 dinar.
Annually?
Annually.
Okay.
That give them an access. Or they can come for a dinar, 1 dinar, for each Wednesday for the show.
So even today you have every Wednesday a show?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
How do we know about which movie is coming up? Do you have a social media page, or how active are you there?
We have it.
Okay.
Yeah, if you just go and search for Bahrain Cinema Club. And even on a visit, there is a brochure, shows you for a month or sometimes 3 months ahead.
So what kind of movies do you
We try, as we started from the beginning, from when the club started, it's more of an educational.
Okay.
When I say educational, we try to be out of the mainstream films which people wish to see or experience. Some directors from East, West, we try to introduce that to the audience. Okay, saying this, with today's satellites, channels, everything is there, Netflix and so on and so on. But we try to give it something other test, that there is a discussion.
Okay.
Yeah, there is. So having it on a big screen, sitting next to others, if there is time you discuss it, it's a different experience.
Yeah, than just going to the movie and watching it.
Yeah,
Indeed, yes.
although that affected not just Bahrain Cinema Club, everywhere, where you have it on your sitting room, you can pause it, you can go have a coffee, you can. But this is life, things changes, but still, best place to see a movie or a cinema is the cinema theater.
Yes, of course, of course. And that is the Deputy Chairman of Bahrain Cinema Club with us tonight on Success Statements, taking us through the reels. Let's take a short break. Welcome back to Success Statements from BMC Global Live, and tonight with me is Yusuf Falad, Deputy Chairman, Bahrain Cinema Club. Sir, let me ask you about your family. Tell us about your beautiful family, please.
Okay, we have a small family. I have my wife, Dr. Samia. She's a PhD holder in sport management. She done it in Alabama, USA. She retired now. She used to work for Bahrain University. I have my son Mohammed. He's married with children.
Okay.
We have a beautiful 4 grandchildren. And my daughter Dina, she with us. She just started working for the last 3-4 years. So we are sort of, everybody's busy with his life. Try to be supportive to each other.
The film scenario in Bahrain, or the cinema scenario in Bahrain, you just took us through the cinema club and its activities. And now it's time for me to ask you about the local other engagements, the society. Bahrain has such a vibrant society, both a mix of expat and citizens involved into all these entertainment umbrella as such. And the expats, we are also very vibrant in that scenario. How do you look at the contributions of expat associations, especially the Bahrain Media City recently launched its film society? Can I have your thoughts on that, please?
From our beginning of Bahrain Cinema Club, there was always a relationship. We kept this relation, whether it's a local or expat. We kept this relationship because we are part of the community, the social community. So we are always welcome. Any activities they would like to use our premises, our hall for their special shows and so on. So if you go back, we done it from the beginning. Now, coming back to the film society idea, which will come soon, and I congratulate Ms. Jaya and Mr. Prakash on this, who worked so hard to have it. From the beginning, it was an idea. I met them last year, and they were so keen working on this. And then on that day, I find myself in this hall.
Yes.
They were celebrating the announcement.
Yes,
I was so happy to hear the launch. So I was so happy to hear this. And away from those guys, looking at the young audience who was part of the show or the announcement or the launch, they were so keen to have some changes, and I'm sure they will get to what they are aiming for. Our club always be there, supportive, and we sat and we discussed this with them. So by all means, they are welcome to to share with us their ideas, their movements, their coming actions. So, yes, by all means.
Great. And other than cinema, what are your hobbies? Or maybe after cinema, what impresses you most?
I'm more of so settled down home
Okay.
and watching movies. Really, taking it easy and just communicating with my family, with my grandchildren,
Okay.
watching them growing up, traveling probably.
Okay.
Yeah. You see, as time goes by, the main thing you're looking for as you're growing up is your health that will keep. So you're taking care of a little bit of exercise here and there. Each morning you wake up, you say you thank God that you are there. Next to your table, your bed, there's tablets which going from 1 to
Yeah.
3 to 4. Oh, so that time you say, oh, I have to take it easy. So inshallah, everything will move as far as we are. As I mentioned once to the guys there, I say, as far as there's that dreamer still there.
Very true.
Yeah, just keep it. Once that goes, that's you are subject to. So you go with the flow of the life. You have to sometimes to swim to keep your head up. Otherwise, you'd go with the flow.
Yes.
Or with the current. And as you see, the current now is so fast.
Unpredictable, yes. And so before we close the show, or before I get your wrapping comments, one last question. What kind of movies or what type of movies interests you? Which genre?
Yes. You see, cinema, okay, cinema is an entertainment.
Yes.
And always, this is where it started. This is where we watching. But there's other thing going on both sides. This is the mainstream. Nobody can stop it. But close to the, say, to the beach, there's other cinema goes, it touches other parts in your, inside you, once you look at it. I'm sure everybody goes through this from time to time. That's the cinema which I try to produce and share. I've been, by the way, I went to filmmaking courses. I joined,
Okay.
and but cinema, and this is for the youngsters who's coming up with the, take it as in this part of the world, Bahrain or the GCC, we can't. There's no industry yet. Let's face it.
Yes.
There's no such industry. It's not like India, Egypt, those close by. It's not like Korea, where there's industry. There's
Industry,
families living on this.
Yes, yes.
We do it. I don't say it's a hobby. It's a professionalism. Like back in '86, Bassam al-Dawadi, he dreamed of doing his film. By '90, his first film came up, Al-Hajj, The Barrier. It was the first Bahraini film. And he done it because he worked hard on it. So, but has that produced an industry? It's not. Even if you're meeting him, he will say no. But from time to time, do a movie and start with, and this is again back to the young filmmakers. Start with the short. The short, you're gonna learn a lot of it. With today's technology, even by a mobile, cameras getting cheaper and cheaper. Editing, you can do it on your laptop. So lots of things can be done, which we wished we had it by that time.
Yes.
So there's no excuses. Take your job and work into group. Try to work in the group and keep this a group. because the learning circle between you, or the learning curve, will stay with you. What I notice, most of those guys, they gather, they have a good idea, they work on it, then everybody walks away. Try to work in a group.
As a group, yeah.
And I think Film Society, the coming Film Society, will work on this. They will work on the grouping.
As a team, yes.
As a team. And even the Bahrain Cinema Club, any coming workshop will maintain this. And actually, that's why my, and still I'm waiting for a movement which say, wow, we established something. There's a movement now going on, both Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, GCC, I mean the Emirates, Kuwait, for a new cinema coming up. Each time we go to festivals, you see their work.
Right.
And you are surprised how they managed to do this. But the question of the continuity, are they going, producing such or improving? This is other thing.
Great, yeah.
Because after a while, those guys go to universities, they do their filmmaking, could be a master degree or so on. Coming back home, they take other jobs because they know this could be not benefit. But now filmmaking is not just being a director, by the way. This is again for the young, not being just a film director. Now it could be a cameraman, lights, sound. You can be specialized.
It's a unit, yeah. It's a total, complete
editing
unit, yeah.
Yeah, so you can specialize, and there is now in Bahrain, mashallah. There is, I can look around, lots of very good professional, even as a professional.
And thanks for mentioning the Film City as well. Yes, I think we have a great team doing a great job as Bahrain Media Cities Film Society has announced its very first project of creating an anthology from Bahrain. It's called Shelter. So we're all looking forward to watching that.
Yes, I heard about that, and I wish them all the best. And someday we'll sit and watch the premiere of it.
Yes, yes, looking forward to that. Thank you very much for taking your time to join us this evening. It was a very interesting and informative chat. Can I have your closing remarks, please?
Well, thank you very much, Jay, to have me here. Really, it's nice to talk about cinema always.
Yes.
I'm so interested to talk about filmmaking, cinema, the club, your film coming soon, Film Society Films. And August always brings something for me. August is this month I joined the Metaverse.
Okay.
My birthday is in August.
Oh, okay. When was your birthday, sir?
6/8.
Okay, belated happy birthday wishes from Team BMC.
Thank you, dear. Thank you very much. Thank you. And I wish all the best, and especially for the new filmmakers. And there is, if anything I would say, if this is my main subject, it's work in team. Secondly, don't rebuild, as they say, the wheel. You see, try to benefit from where the others finished. I would like to thank Mr. Francis, the chairman of the BMC, for such established place to have you. This is why I say where the experience comes with who's interested, the talented young people. So through this place, you can gather those youngest who is interested in classes. As I understand, you have lots of courses going on. So all my best to Mr. Francis and for his team work doing. And I would thank you, dear, for having me here.
Honor is mine, sir.
So, and again, I would like to wish Jaya and Mr.
And
Banks
Prakash, yes, Jaya and
for,
Prakash.
for their keen of having
Yeah,
movie.
one enthusiastic couple, I must say.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I found out they are movie stars as
Yes.
well. Yeah.
They are
And we have them here in Bahrain.
Yes, yes. Jaya and Prakash, if you're watching us, compliments and salutes come to you. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks once again from BMC.
Thank you, dear. Thank you.
Cinema, the common man's entertainment, and climate, something which affects the common man every day. A veteran in both the fields, former weather forecaster and climatologist, and Bahrain Cinema Club Deputy Chairman Yusuf Falad was with us this evening on Success Statements from BMC Global Live. And next week, we meet with yet another guest. Until then, this is Raji Unikrishnan signing off. Good night.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
The exclusive franchisee of Cochin Kala Bhavan in Bahrain. With over a decade of existence in Bahrain, exclusive online regular classes have started for classical dances, music vocal, instrumental music, cinematic dance, Kathak, Zumba body fitness, karate and yoga, drawing, arts and craft,